Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Let it give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, it's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether you can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning, you few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Orlando Camp coming into another lesson in true facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification, Lord willing, is be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Obedience is Better Than Sacrifice. Lord willing, be edifying. So I'm going to read here real quick. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 and verse let's see. And I forgot the verse I want to start with. Salakia. Bear with me here for a moment. So this is Ecclesiasticus 27 and verse 3. And it reads, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh Shema Shah, his house shall soon be overthrown. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh Shema Shah, his house shall soon be overthrown. This is talking about your spiritual house, your spiritual temple, your mind, your spiritual house. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh Shema Shah, his house shall soon be overthrown. Now, in the book of Jeremiah, this is talking about our women during this time worshiping the Queen of Heaven without their men, right? Without their men. So I'm gonna start at 2 here. It's a thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel. You have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah, and behold, this day they are desolate, they are desolation, and no man dwelleth therein. Verse 3 reads, because of their wickedness, which they have committed to provoke me to anger, in that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods, whom they knew not, neither they, ye, nor your fathers. Right? You say verse 4, howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But they hearken not, nor incline the ear, to turn from their wickedness, to burn incense unto other gods. Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth, and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. In Jerusalem and Judah is everywhere you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians is scattered at. Okay? The 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, are Jerusalem. No matter where you are scattered at, no matter where you live at. That's why the Lord said he was going to send a sword after us in Leviticus 26 and 33. He was going to scatter us among the heathen and then send a sword after us. Whether it's famine, pestilence, or you getting gunned down, whatever it is, it's a judgment. Having uh, diabetes, high blood pressure, whatever it is, man, it's a judgment from Yahweh Shema Shah. Verse 7 reads, therefore now thus saith Yahweh, the power of hosts, the power of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you men and women, child and suckling, out of Judah, to leave you none that remain. In that ye provoke me unto the wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt. Well, we in ancient Egypt. I mean, we in our spiritually Egypt right now, man. Okay? Revelation 11 and 8 tell you that. This is spiritually Egypt and Sodom, man. Babylon the Great. Whether you be gone to dwell, that you may cut yourselves off, and that you might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness, it say, verse 9, have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. Hold on. We're going to come back to this. In Ezekiel, let's get this. In Ezekiel chapter 8, right? It says this, dealing with these women. Because our women love to celebrate uh, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's, the beginning of the year, which January is not the first year of the month. January is not the first month of the year. Okay? They love to celebrate New Year's, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, right? These these pagan days, they all go back to Babylon, man. Semiramis, the queen of heaven worship, which I'm reading Jeremiah 44, which we're gonna go back. I just thought about the Spirit had me to read this. This is Ezekiel 8 in verse 14. It reads, then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north, and behold, there sat women without the men, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Now Tammuz is the son of Semiramis, Nimrod's mother, which was his wife, because Nimrod was sleeping with his mother, as the story goes. Tammuz is the son of Semiramis, queen of heaven. This is going into Christmas. This is what that whole Christmas deal come from? So it say, then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. That's why you can't get these women out of celebrating Christmas. Okay, let's go back. So here in Jeremiah 44 and 8, it say, Jeremiah 44 and 9, have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers and the wickedness of the kings of Judah? Right? It say, it say, in the wickedness of the kings of Judah and the wickedness of their fathers and your own wickedness. Hold on, what's going on here? Okay, so Salakia. Trying to see what's going on. My scroll button and disappeared. Hold on. Can y'all still hear me? Make sure. Okay. Trying to see what happened to my scroll button on the side here, and it disappeared on me. So it say, hold on. Salakia. My computer tripping. Hold on. Let me get rid of this and come back. Hold on. Bear with me. I don't know. Let me check and see. Because it just disappeared on me. Okay. Okay, Salakia. So again, it say, verse 9, Jeremiah 44:9. Have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers and the wickedness of the kings of Judah and the wickedness of their wives and your own wickedness and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem? It said, they are humble, they are not humble even unto this day, neither have they feared, nor walk in my law, nor my statute that I set before you and before your fathers. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil and cut off all Judah. And I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to soldier there. And as it tell you in Revelation 11:8, North America, Babylon the Great, is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. It's Babylon. It's all these places. They tell you that in 2nd Ezra 16. Let me read it here real quick. Everything is here in Babylon the Great, joined all into one. In 2nd Ezra 16:1, it reads this. It say, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. North America, this is all talking about Babylon the Great today. All the customs of all these heathen nations are here. So it say, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, and to cut off all Judah, and will take away the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to soldier there, and they shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword and by famine. They shall die from the least even unto the greatest. And it said up a couple verses up, the Lord say, sucking child, man, woman, everybody, old, young, it doesn't matter. It say, from the least even to the greatest by the sword and by the famine. and they shall be an execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. This is how the Lord get down. Generations and generations and generations, man. This is how the Lord get down. There is nothing new under the sun. So that none of the remnant of Judah, which are gone into the land of Egypt to soldier there, shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah, to the which they have a desire to return to dwell there, for none shall return but such as shall escape. Then all the men which knew, this is the point, man. Like in Micah 3 and 1, it tell you, let's read it here. This is Micah 3 and 1. It reads, this is just a simple lesson about obedience is better than sacrifice. This is Micah 3 and 1. It reads, and I said, here I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment? Right? So let's see right here. Then all the men that knew their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude. Because it tell you in Second Ezra, gotta read this now. No, that's First Ezra, chapter 4. It says this, First Ezra 4 and 36. All the earth cried upon the truth, and the heaven blessed it. All works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing to my righteousness, right? Truth. Wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. As for the truth, it endureth, and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore. That's why the Lord said in Luke 9 and 62, when you put your hand on this plow, don't take your hand off it. And you praying to you how about Shema Shah daily, because you just never know, man. You never know when the Lord will just take this from you. Especially when you slack. The Lord said you're either gonna be hot or you're gonna be cold. You ain't gonna be lukewarm, there's no in between. Luke 9 and 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man have put in his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven, right? The kingdom of power. So it say, then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwell in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, here's the point of this lesson, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. In Isaiah, this is Isaiah 65, I'm sorry, Isaiah 30 in verse 11. That's what Jake say, same difference. It reads, let's read in 8. It say, now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Write in the book form. Put it on the table, write in the book. So they won't have no excuse and say they didn't know. The Lord said this book was written for us in Romans 15 and 4, right? It say that this is a rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord. Because in First Thessalonians 4 and 8, it say, they despise not man. You ain't despising the words of men. This is the words of the Lord. To tell you in Psalm 68 and 11, the Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Holy men published the scriptures, but they didn't come up with the words. This is what the Lord said in Jeremiah 17. right? And 9, the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked above all things. Who can know it? Verse 10 say, out of the Lord search the heart. I try the reins, right? Even to give every man according to his doings and according to his ways. The Lord say he do that. So when you say, man, get out of here with that, man. Only God can judge me. Well, the Lord told us to read these words to you. It say that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law of the Lord, will say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy to us deceits. This is what they say. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They don't want to hear the truth. Let's get this in Isaiah 65. Isaiah 65 in verse 5 it reads, this is what they tell the messengers, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. The Lord say, these are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day long. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silent, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosoms. So 2/3 of our people will always reject this word, man. I got one more here. We're going back. This is Jeremiah 2. The Lord say, oh, Jeremiah 2 and 31. It say, O generation, see ye the word of Yahweh. Have I been a wilderness unto Israel, a land of darkness? Wherefore say my people, we are lords. We will come no more unto thee. You see, Jake don't want it, man. And that's why, as apostles always say, man, the apostles always say, listen, if they can't get it, we moving on, man. Nobody gonna spend days and years trying to get you to get it when you can watch the videos, man. So it say again, as for the word that I have spoken, that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly, this is wicked Jake, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth. You see that? We're going to do what we want to do. We don't care what you say about the Lord, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth. And the point of this lesson I'm going to make, obedience is better than sacrifice. Because guess what? We are not doing what we want to do. In Job 12 and 16, the Lord said, to deceive and to deceive are his. So at the end of the day, at the top of the day, at the middle of the day, you are not doing your own thing. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, which is Semiramis, okay, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty victuals. This is the point I want to make. This is Jake feel like. For then had we plenty victuals, and we, it say, and were well and saw no evil. Hold on. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 10. It reads, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. That's what they're saying right here. It say, for then had we plenty victuals and were well and saw no evil. Amos 3 and 6 say, when it's evil in the city, the Lord had done it. So this is how the Lord deceived 2/3 of our people. It say, for then had we plenty victuals. What Jake said today, the Lord blessed me with this house. Jesus Christ blessed me with this car, right? This job. Jesus blessed me. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. For then had we plenty victuals and were well and saw no evil. right? That's what Jake say. But since, hold on, as I've been bringing this out lately, this is Job 12:6. The tabernacles of robbers prosper, and they that provoke God are secure, into whose hand God bringeth abundantly. God give the wicked abundantly things, man. Hold on. It's Proverbs 26:10. This how the Lord deceiving us, man. 2/3, man. Thinking that you doing the right thing. Proverbs 26:10. The great God that formed all things, both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth transgressors. It don't say the righteous and them that serving the Lord. It say the great power, the great God that formed all things, both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth transgressors. You see it? It say, for then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. So they saying, since they stopped burning incense to the Queen of Heaven, they didn't have plenty of victuals. They had sword and famine. This is how the Lord deceive you, man. That's why it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing to not know, man. And we can't take this lightly, man. These scriptures, we can't take this lightly, man. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things. The Lord deceived them right here, man. You understand what's going on? And have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And when we burnt incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men? Just today. You can't change their mind, man. You think you're real with you in the long run? No, man. She just playing the game, man. She just playing the game. They mind, they still in the world. They still want to make it here. They still want to prosper here, man. But you telling them the world ain't gonna be here for another 20, 30 years, man. But they don't see it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to hear that because they want to make it here, man. That's why most time, for the most part, if you out there that got ribs, you in this by yourself. If you're a man of the Lord, you in it by yourself if you got a rib. If you're a woman out there and you dealing with some dude, you in it by yourself. Verse 20. Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying, the incense that you burn in the cities of Judah, and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them, and came it not into his mind? Right? Remember, we talk about omnipotent, omnipotent, right? That formed the ear. Matter of fact, let me read that. In Exodus 4, right? This is what the Lord told Moses. This is Exodus chapter 4. In 11, it reads, and Yahweh said unto him, who have made man's mouth, or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord? Right? Who made who made us see? Who gave us hearing? Right? It say, did not the Lord Yahweh remember them, and came it not into his mind? We talking about the Lord, man. So what this guy say? Let me get this in Ecclesiasticus 15. Listen to what some knucklehead said. This is Ecclesiasticus uh let's see here. Bear with me. I think it's 13. So you got some guy say, um Man, hold on. Is it 14? Bear with me. I think it's 14. This guy say, the Lord will not remember me among so many, right? Let me find it here. Bear with me. Okay, right here. Ecclesiastes 16 and 17. So this was some knucklehead say about the Lord, right? It reads, say not thou, I will hide myself from the Lord. Shall any remember me from above? I shall not be remembered among so many people. For what is my soul among such an infinite number of creatures? Behold, the heaven and the heavens of heavens, the deep and the earth, and all that therein is, shall be moved when he shall visit. So you got some knuckleheads saying he gonna hide himself in the midst of the people. The Lord don't see everybody with all these billions of people on the earth. Lies. The Lord sees everything. The angels watch everything. Okay? I can get the precepts on it, man. One is in First Peter, right? Matter of fact, let's read that. In First Peter's 1 and 12, right? It reads this. It say, unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us, they did minister the things which are now reported unto you by them that have preached the gospel unto you with the Holy Spirit sent down from heaven, which things the angels desire to look into. The angels look into everything, man. Everything we do, they look into it. Everything that goes on the earth, the angels' hands is in it, man. So it say, so that the Lord Yahweh could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings and because of the abominations which you have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation. Right now, we ain't in our land. Heathens in it, and an astonishment and a curse without inhabitants as at this day. We supposed to be in the land, not a sprinkle of us going over there to vacation, looking at Jerusalem. No, we supposed to be in the land, but we are not, because ye have burnt incense, and because you have sinned against Yahweh, and have not obeyed the voice of Yahweh, nor walked in his law, nor in his statutes, nor in his testimonies. Therefore, this evil is happened unto you as at this day. Moreover, Jeremiah said unto all the people and to all the women, hear the word of Yahweh, all Judah, they are in the land of Egypt. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, saying, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths. Who formed the mouth in Ezekiel 4? It's like in Exodus 4. The Lord say he formed the mouth. This is the tricky part, man. The Lord controls everything, man. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, saying, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hand, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed. And man, when you make a vow to whoever, a false god, so here is Jake making a vow against the Lord. You know how horrible that is to think about this right now in our time. You have vowed a vow against the Lord to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Ye will surely accomplish your vows and surely perform your vows. Therefore, verse 26, hear ye the word of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith Yahweh. Hold on. The Lord say in Exodus 34 and 14, he just say he sworn by his great name. It's Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any of the men of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saith the Lord, power liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil. Remember what they said? Crucify him and let his blood be on us and our children. That's vowing a vow against the Lord, man. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good. Remember Ezekiel 18 and 20? The wickedness of the wicked shall be upon them, and the righteousness of the righteous shall be upon them. I will watch over them for evil and not for good. This is every third and fourth generation. It don't change. It don't change. Proverbs 16 and 33 said, a lot is cast into the lap, man. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine until there be an end of them. Over and over, every third and fourth generation, you come back into the same lot. You play the same role. So marvel not if your woman trespass against you, man. Marvel not if you got a man, you women out there, and he trespass against you. These are the same spirits coming back, man. It don't change. It's not nothing new. Yet a small number that escaped the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah, and all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to soldier there shall know whose words shall stand, mine or theirs. And that's what we always say. We're going to find out in the end, man. We're going to see. Okay? And this shall be a sign unto you, saith Yahweh, that I will punish you in this place, that ye may know that my words shall surely stand against you for evil. Okay? It don't change, man. It don't change. This is Ezekiel. And it's simple. As Samuel told Saul, man, obedience is better than sacrifice, man. Let's read this here. In Ezekiel 12 and 21, it reads, and the word Yahweh came unto me, saying, son of man, what is this proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth, right? It reads, tell them therefore, Salakia, tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord, power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. But there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahweh. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, a rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied of the times that are far off. And this is what Jake feel like, man. Ain't nothing going to happen. We talk about this. We mentioned it from time to time. A guy came to camp 3-4 years ago and told us that he said, man, he believed everything that we saying, but he said, man, Yahweh ain't coming for another 1,000 years. Nigga, you must be crazy. There won't be nobody here. They tell you that in Matthew 24 and 22, except the days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, the Lord shorten the days up. That nigga say he believe everything we say, but he don't believe the Lord come back for another 1,000 years. Nigga, you don't believe nothing that we say. Because these ain't our words. You got to remember, this is the Lord, man. Therefore, thus saith the Lord unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemawah power. So what we see going on is judgment. So when you see Jake dropping left and right out here, the Lord said he is not going to hold his words anymore. And we're supposed to look at these Jakes losing their lives daily. And I mention this all the time. If you can watch every news channel in every state in America, talking about just in North America alone, if you can watch every state and every news channel in every state, like Florida got 67 cities. If I can watch every news channel in Florida alone, in every city, in every county, man, there's hundreds of thousands of people that die daily, man. Daily. Who putting that work in? Them angels, man. The angels. The Lord sends Zephaniah 3 and 5. Let's get that. So we just don't know, man. At any time, man, the Lord can take your life away, man. At any time. He can take this truth from you. And as the brother kept always say, wisdom gonna throw her hand around your neck and say, come on, walk with me, baby. Let me talk to you. Don't worry about them. It's okay. And next thing you know, you way on the other side, thinking you still in the truth, man. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. 2/3 don't know what's going on, man. We supposed to look at these things. Right now, they said the flood and this flood that's going on. I forgot the name of the place. There's a flood. It said now it's up to 16 people. It was at 8. Now it's at like 16 people. In my smart news in Kentucky, it say right now it say at least 16 dead in Kentucky flooding. Who you think did that, man? You think they just died? No, no, it's the Lord, man. So let me get this. Ecclesiasticus 22, right? It reads this. Ecclesiastes 22 and 3. It reads, an evil nurtured man is dishonored of his father that begat him, and a foolish daughter is born to his loss. A wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband, but she that liveth dishonestly is her father's heaviness. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. And these women out here, man, they doing what they want to do. There is no order. The men can't put a hold on them. And they playing that role like they listening, but they ain't, man. They don't respect you. These women don't respect us, man. It's a game, man. And it's a game until the day that it ain't a game. Then there's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. This is Psalms 103. But there's a reason for that. The Lord say, because we are the Lord's women, and he said because we went a horn after other gods, so he caused our women to do us the same way. Okay? That's what happened. But you got in Job in Jeremiah 9 and 17, the Lord say, call for the mourning women that they may come, and the cunning women that they may come and weep for us, man. Because you got women out there, hopefully let women out there that know the reason we on the bottom because we went off from the Lord, man. And the reason they on the bottom because it's Yahweh Shai, the men and the women, man. And they know they on the bottom because we on the bottom, the men, man. Let's get this. This is Psalms 103 and verse 2. It reads, bless Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Going back to the point of what they said in Jeremiah 44, we had plenty of victuals when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven, right? Bless the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, sin of sin, iniquities is sin on top of sin, who healeth all thy diseases. Do you believe this or no? Because I do. Who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies. This what happened. Let's get this. The Lord said it was going to happen to us. Jeremiah 31, 22. It reads this. Oh, Salakia. Spell Jeremiah wrong. Salakia. It's Jeremiah 31 and 22. It reads, how long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. This is not a good thing, man. This is not something good. The Lord put our women over us because we sinned against them, the men, because we are the Lord's women. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee call thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. So now we got women making more than men, whether it's they construction workers, polices, judges, COs, right? You got women playing big roles today, man. Why? Because we sinned against the Lord, and now He put our women over us. But the benefits that they getting, and see these women that's over their men, this is them burning incense to the Queen of Heaven without their men, like I read in Jeremiah 44. That's what these roles represent today. Okay, I don't need no man. I'm making 100,000 a year. Oh, I'm CEO of this chick that's CEO of Xerox. Okay, I did a lesson on a couple months ago. These two chicks, one chick got this. She a Fortune 500. She said she put aside all her kids' issues, and her husband was doing everything because she was pursuing her career. Right now, she's the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Like that's something to be proud about, man. This is Psalms 68. But remember, the reason I read Jeremiah 44, because that's our women today, man. They are burning incense to the Queen of Heaven without their men. They are prospering here. So they think they're prospering, but they're not. Because in the end, they're going to lose. Because now, like we always say, this devil taught us to get this bag, man. And don't worry about nothing else. Get the bag, and you can build you a house. You can build you a bear, right? Go get you a builder bear. You want get the money, and you can build you a female. You don't gotta sell. You can build what you want. You got the bread to your women. You can build you a husband. Go get you a builder bear, nigga. It's Psalm 68 and 19. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, who daily, not weekly, not monthly. You work by week. You work by week. You work weekly. You get paid weekly or every 2 weeks. Blessed be Yahweh Shema Shai, who daily loadeth us with benefits. So where your benefits coming from, Jake? It's coming from the Lord. Even the power of our salvation, Selah. Okay? He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto power the Lord belong the issues from death. Listen, man, Jake think they on some level, and they ain't. That's what the Lord said this. It say, blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits. If you think, oh, what I got this job. I don't want to put in the work to get this, whatever. No, the Lord gave it to you. As it said in Proverbs 26 and 10, The great God that formed all things, both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth transgressors. You see, you ain't do nothing on your own. The Lord did it. In 2nd Ezra 9 and 10, 2nd Ezra 9 and 9 it reads, Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. See, two-thirds of the problem is two-thirds of our people don't know where their benefits coming from. They thinking they got it, or the so-called white man helped them get it. No, the Lord said He both reward the fool and transgressors, man. Okay, this is a tricky situation, man. And the best thing we can do is seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and His righteousness, and everything else will be added to you. I'm gonna close with this because this is what Solomon said, right? Ecclesiastes 12:13 reads, Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear power, Yahweh Shemawashah, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For power shall bring every work into judgment, and with every secret thing you think you hide from the Lord out there, you think you hiding, you think the Lord don't know what you're doing, you going against what your man say, you men out there, you fighting against your rib because she watching videos, diligently learning Yahweh Shemawashah. You want to go do what you want to go do. You think you can hide from Yahweh Shemawashah because you ain't hiding from me. For power shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing. King David said it's in Psalms 44. Matter of fact, let me read it real quick. Let's read this. He told the Lord to search his heart and to try him, man. Let me see if I can get it here. Ooh, call out Yahweh Shemawashah. Went right to it. This is Psalms 44 and 21. Listen, make sure this King David. This is the chief musician for the sons of Korah. Okay, so this was to the chief musician. But listen, it says this. Psalms 44 and 21, it reads, Shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Okay? He know the secrets of the heart. What heart? You talking about the one in your chest that's pumping blood? No. You talking about your mind. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get it here. So again, it say, Salakia, for power shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing that you think you're doing out there. He's going to bring it to judgment, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So let's get this in Psalm 44. We'll close here. Again, Psalm 44 and 21. Shall not power search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Let's look at this word heart here. We always talk about it and mention it, but we never look at it. So let's look at it now. See it right there? Let's look at it. H3820.
Strong's H3820. Lave. Lave.
And the word is lob. Okay? Lob. So it say mind, understanding. It's talking about your mind though. See right here, it say inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding. Hold on. I gotta read this now. So in Proverbs 3 and 5, it reads this. Trust in Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. Because when you do that, you are a fool. Because the Lord controls everything. Your mind, man. Okay? It say, let's get this. Proverbs 20 and 24. It reads, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? You can't. You can't. It say verse 27, the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly. Okay? Matter of fact, let me look this up. Let's see what the word belly say right here in Proverbs 20 and 27. Let's look that up. Let's look at this word belly here. Let's see what it say. The spirit of man is the candle of Yahweh, searching all the inward parts of the belly. It say all the inward parts, right? It just said for the word law for mind, it said searching it said the inner man, right? Let's see what it say right here. Never looked it up, so I'm curious.
Strong's H990. Beten. Beten.
It says the belly, especially the womb. It say bosom or body of anything, belly, body, as they be born within womb. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see. Belly, womb, body, within. That's that. So it say within, which goes back to law, mind, where it said inner part, inner man, your spirit, man. So let's get this here. I love to read this one. This is one of my favorites too. Let's get this. Proverbs 16 and 1. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weigheth the spirits. Right? In verse 9, it says, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. So what's going on? Sound like you're being led to me, right? In Jeremiah, it's Jeremiah 17 and 9, it reads this. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing. You see, right here in Jeremiah 10:23, it reads this. O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. O Yahweh, correct me, but with judgment, not in thy anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. Now hold on. Isaiah said in Isaiah 63, O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? If you had your own mind, what you had to went on from the Lord, and we had our own mind, You think Adam wanted to go out from the Lord? I think not. O Yahweh, why has thou made us to err from thy ways? Because we could have still been righteous. We could have still been good. How do we go off then? O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and hardeneth our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servants' sake the tribes of thine inheritance. The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Possess what? Israel, Jerusalem. King David had it for 70 years, or he did a 40 reign and another 30, but he was in battle all the time. That's why he couldn't build a temple, because his hands was dirty, full of blood. Solomon reigned 40 years. So really, we had 40 good years of peace when Solomon reigned. Thy people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary. The heathen been in our kingdom longer than we have ever been in them. Okay? In our land. We are thine, that never bearest rule over them. They are not called by thy name. O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? I'm going to close with this precept. Y'all know how my spirit get. This is Romans. What's that? Romans 8. This is the answer. It said, O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? We don't have self-will. Okay? This demon nigga, what his name? Aleister Crowley, with that do as thy will spirit, obey your thirst, just do it. Right? You only live once, that YOLO spirit. That's a lie, man. We done been here numerous of times, man. Each and every one of us done been here on earth more than 200-300 times, man. Every 34th generation, we done been here a lot of times, man. Romans 8 and 20. Here is the answer. When Isaiah said, "Oh Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways?" This is Romans 8 and 20. For the creature was, it said, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly. We ain't go off on our own. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by the reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. See, this is us appreciating the kingdom of heaven that much more, man. Like the Lord is really making us to really appreciate the kingdom of heaven. You know how if you got riches and you got sons and daughters, and they always, can I get this? Let me get this. You got them with their own account. They got their own phone. They got their own cars. You put money on the cars. It's, can I get this? Then they ain't earning their money. So when you don't earn money and you just win it through lottery, and you're not respecting the money, man. You the money that you have not worked for, you ain't had to bust your back to get it. You spend it differently, man. Okay? So the Lord got us respecting the kingdom of heaven, man. We really appreciating what we had. We lost it. For the creature was not made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption in the glorious liberty of the children of power. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together unto now. We all crying to the Lord, but this is what he wanted us to do. When you got money, you don't cry to the Lord for nothing, because you can go buy whatever you need. If you got money and you sick, you can go get the best medicine, the best care, right? But the Lord said, I read in Psalm 103 and 2, it say, blessed be the Lord and forget not all his benefits, right? Who healeth all our diseases and who healeth all our iniquities. But when you got money, you don't think about your iniquities and your diseases. You can go to this devil and get fixed. So you think, because you got money. Well, right here, verse 24, it say, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. If you got money, you ain't gonna cry to you how about Shema Shah. If you got a whole bunch of money, for what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience, we wait for it. They said the whole creation groaneth. The trees is crying out. The Lord gave us a law that you don't supposed to cut down all the trees. There's certain trees that should not get cut down, like they call the Christmas tree, which is the fir trees. You don't supposed to cut them down. They're not supposed to get cut down, but they're getting cut down every year by the thousands. Okay, they got a whole forest full of fir trees that they growing them just to cut them down for one day out the year. That's wicked, man. It tell you when he in Jeremiah 10, right? You don't supposed to even put the tree in your house, but that's a major custom here in Babylon the Great, right? Salakia, I gotta get one more here. Salakia, Ezekiel 16. Show you what the Lord did to us, and then I can tell you in Jeremiah 32, we waxed fat and kicked. So let's get let's see verse 10. So in the book of Ezekiel, right? Let me show you something here. This is where we was at. In Jeremiah 16 and 9, it say, let's read 8. Hold on. Let's read verse let's start at verse 6, right? It's Ezekiel 16 and 6. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thy own blood, I said unto thee, when thou was in the blood, live. Yeah, I said unto thee, when thou was in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxing great, right? You tell you this, and you can go read it in Deuteronomy 32. It say, and thou art come to excellent ornaments, thy breasts are fashioned, and thy hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. Talking to Israel. Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, the time, the time of love, it said that time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy nakedness. Okay? He covered our nakedness with truth, with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Deuteronomy the 4th chapter. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that made us different from the other 17 heathen nations. They say, yeah, I swear unto thee and enter into a covenant with thee. This is Exodus 24. When they made a covenant with all 12 tribes of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. And entered into a covenant with thee, said the Lord, power, and thou becamest mine. Right? He made a covenant with us. Then washed I thee with water. Yeah, I thoroughly washed away the blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil. I clothed thee also with broided work, and shod thee with badger skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put a bracelet upon thy hands, right? Jake like to wear bracelets, and a chain on thy neck. Jake like to wear chains, right? I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck. And I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears, and a beautiful crown upon thy head. Rulership. He gave us rulership. It say, verse 13, thus was thy decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey. We ain't no garbage white flour. That's the devil's work. And real honey. Did you know they mixing honey with maple syrup now because the bees are dying off? Yeah, go check that. And oil, and thou was exceedingly beautiful. Right? Hold on. Research just came to mind. In Lamentations 2 and 1, right here it say, and thou was exceedingly beautiful, and thou did prosper into a kingdom. The men of Israel. So let's say right here, and thou was exceedingly beautiful. In Lamentations 2 and 1, it reads, how hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remember not his footstool in the day of his anger. It say cast down from heaven unto earth the beauty of Israel, meaning we was in rulership. Like they say in the day is, this is the white man's heaven and the black man's hell. Well, it used to be the Israelites' heaven and the heathens' hell. But the Lord said he cast us down from beauty, right? And didst, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom, and thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect through my comeliness, which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah power. But thou didst trust in thy own beauty. What's this mean? You thought you finna do your own thing, but thou didst trust in thy own beauty, and playest the harlot because of thy renown, and pourest out thy fornication on everyone that passed by. His it was. You see? Hold on. Get rid of this pop-up. This what happened, man. What I'm reading right here is in Deuteronomy 32. It said, just one wax fat and kick. When the Lord said he fed us to the full, then we turned around and tried to go against the Lord. That's why I tell you in Matthew 7, cast not your pearls before swine. Cast not your pearls before, what it say? Cast not your pearl before swine, neither give it to dogs, because they'll turn around and rend you. This is what we did to the Lord, man. That's why we so far on the bottom. The Lord decked us out, gave us the best of the best, and we turn around and spit in the Lord's face, man. Can you imagine somebody do that to you right now? You'll be ready to kill them, man. But the Lord say, because he had a loving kindness, an everlasting love for us, man, he was just going to punish us for a while and bring us back home. This is verse 16. It say, verse 15, but thou didst trust in thy own beauty, and playest the harlot because of thy renown. Harlot means spiritual adultery, worshiping other gods. That's playing the harlot. And pourest out thy fornication on everyone that passed by. His it was. And of thy garments thou didst take, and deckest thy high places with diverse colors, and playest the harlot thereupon. The like things shall not come, neither shall it be so. Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver, which I had given thee, and made it to thyself images of men. Remember, they wanted Aaron to make the golden calf, right? And didst commit whoredom with them. You see? And tookest thy broided garments and coverest them, and thou hast set my oil and my incense before them. Jake took the righteous things and started doing wickedness with it. Like they talk about today. Like these witches burn sage, right? Sage is our customs, man. We did that, man. But now it's used for wickedness. On the left-hand side, the meat also which I gave thee, fine flour and oil and honey, wherewith I fed thee, thou hast even set it before them, right? Worship the Queen of Heaven. Thou hast even set it before them for a sweet savor, and thus it was, saith the Lord power. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom thou hast born unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured, to Molech, the child sacrificing. Same thing they doing today with abortion clinics. We just in a different time. It say, is this of thy whoredoms a small matter, that thou hast slain my children and delivered them to call them to pass through the fire for them? You see? 22. And in all thine abominations and thy whoredoms, it say, thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth, when thou was naked and bare, and was polluted in thy blood. And it came to pass after all thy wickedness, woe, woe, which is destruction, destruction unto thee, saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah power. You see? So this is the Lord showing us mercy, man. So Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rikak, Kodash. Give honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, ready concepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing the truth and believing the truth with the full winds of the earth, the entire world working on the hope of elect. And shalom to the Akwaf who are listening learning. If you sisters who are listening learning, the Lord was edifying. The next time I say shalom, wa, babah, babah, for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Shalom.